Hey, check me out one time, man. So look, you already know the drill. Feel me? I ain't finna post no clips or nothing like that. You feel me? If y'all seen it, y'all seen it. If y'all didn't, y'all didn't. Y'all gotta go to their page or check it out on YouTube. You feel me? So I'm finna jump right into this content with King Pill and Young Ant going back and forth. So look, I like touched on this situation a little bit earlier when it first happened, and this is a prime example why I said what I said. This is exactly why I said that situation should have been handled right there. You feel me? And it should have never left no jumper unhandled. You feel me? They should have went about it like I feel I would have went about it. We would have stepped outside and we would have figured out whether we would have fought or whether we would have had a civil conversation as men and talked it out and did it right there. Because now that didn't happen, yeah, it's cool because, you know, people was pushing content and stuff like that, but everything is not meant to be pushed as far as content. You feel me? Especially if you care about your character as a man, as a gang member, and just like as far as your image, like overall, like, you feel me? If you really care about it the way I care about mine. And I say that to say because it's like you just don't do that. You feel me? I just feel like that's not a thing to do when two grown men just seen each other and then nothing happened, and then off the dribble they just run to the internet. And like I said, I know Young Ant, he's not no punk in no way, shape, or form. I've never seen no buster in him. So I'm not throwing no shade to him. The homie said King Pill ain't no buster, and they didn't see him get busy. So it's not no shade to him. I'm just saying, as far as this situation, it should have been handled a certain way. So it shouldn't be this, because what's going on is, you feel me, like, that's what women do. That's why I tried my hardest. Even I know people gonna say, oh, you and Wooty was going back and forth. Look, it's not the same situation. I talked about me fighting him in jail, and he doubled back and he started woofing, saying whatever he was saying, whatever the case may be. Me and him ain't been in the same room with each other. We ain't been around each other. Nothing in that manner. And that's why I keep it so respectful on here, because I'm not trying to do the back and forth and the disrespecting and dissing people hood stuff on the internet. That's why I said I try to keep it to a real cool minimum when I do talk about the gang fights and stuff like that, because that's not what I'm on here for. Because at the end of the day, people are still gang members, and I'm one of them for sure. So I'm not trying to do all that on the net. So right back to King Pill and Young Ant though. There was at no jumper. The situation happened. Boom. I don't know what transpired when they left. I don't know if they had a conversation. I don't know what happened. But I just know now it's just a bunch of back and forth and stuff like that. And it's like, okay. Now, if they would have went outside and hollered, right? Hypothetically, they would have went outside and hollered. Say they get down. Boom. One of them lose. Okay, they lose. One of them lose or whatever. They go their separate ways. Now, when the bickering do come about, now it's like, okay, now I'm finna embarrass you. Okay, you won't hear woofing doing all this, but look at this. Here go this footage of me socking whoever got socked out. Then no jumper off the dribble is gonna humiliate whoever lost to the highest extent. They gonna go so hard. Oh yeah, this happened. Wooty Whoop fight at no jumper. Wooty Whoop gets whooped. Wooty Whoop got embarrassed. So now it's like, it probably would have been a little back and forth, but it probably would have been like, it would have died out real quick. Now it's like this back and forth, just keep going and keep going. And I'm not saying that they don't feel no type of way, but I'm just saying, as far as like, I wouldn't push this type of content because me and this person was just in the same room with each other, and it didn't go. No, it didn't go. It didn't turn into nothing. So that's why I'm saying that. And like, as far as like, I know some people were saying Young Ant marked him out, whatever the case may be. If y'all notice, Young Ant never said that he marked King Pill out, because he felt like, he felt like at the end of the day, they were saying the same thing, and he was just telling him, you didn't diss my hood. And Young Ant, like, I never told him let's get down. I never put my hands on him, none of that. So I'm not going to say I marked him out. Even though some people feel like that, because Young Ant said what we all know, and King Pill didn't respond. But he's still saying like he don't feel like he marked him out. And I'm gonna tell y'all why he don't feel like that. Because I'm gonna just give y'all this. I'm gonna put it like this. In a county jail, right? I promise you this happens all the time. Two people will meet. Boom, when they meet, one of the dudes will ask the dude like, hey, you tripping? And then the dude will be like, are you tripping? Then go back and forth, back and forth. Oh, but I asked you first. That's a no-go. If I address anybody in that county jail, it's always been, what's happening? I'm Gangsta Noodle from Devil Lanes. Yeah, we gonna get down. If they tell me no, I leave the situation alone. But I'm never going into no situation asking somebody, is you tripping? Because it always goes like this. Two people will ask somebody that, and then they'll go down the line, and they'll both be like, oh, I asked him, was he tripping? He said he wasn't tripping. He turned down my fade. That's why Ant ain't going about it like that, because he done been in that county jail, and he's used to that. So he not going to say, oh, King Pill turned my fade down with you, because he know he never mentioned them fighting words to King Pill, even though he was saying the conversation got a little tense. He said it didn't, but to me it did. But that's why he's saying that, like, oh, yeah, like, you feel me? Like, no, I ain't saying I marked him out. Like, you know, that's what y'all saying. Y'all saying that. So, end of the day, in a county jail, that happens all the time. So, that's why he's not saying that, you feel me? Because as a man, you feel me? Like, if when you really, like, know what's going on, you don't got to be like, oh, yeah, I marked him out, I did this, or he didn't want to get down. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I didn't tell him what's happening, let's get down. I didn't put my hands on him. So, at the end of the day, it's just words. Just like it is with them going back and forth. That's why he's saying that. So, and if anybody been to the county jail, they know that that happens a lot, bro. I promise you, like, people bump heads with each other and they don't fight, and then they leave and they be, oh, I marked you out, I marked you out. No, bro. Marked out, that's not getting marked out. Marked out is asking somebody, telling somebody, hey, you, what's happening? We finna get down. And he be like, oh, no, I'm cool. I ain't on that. You feel me? Then you could be like, oh, yeah, he turned down my fade. But besides that, just words, oh, is you tripping? Oh, is you tripping? No, that's not that. So, as y'all can see, it's getting a little, it's like they keep doing it. You feel me? They keep going back and forth. And like I said, is they pushing content? They probably is, just on some content stuff. You feel me? I just watched Young Ant video. He looked like he was getting a little upset because they saying that he was banging Tiny Ant when he's only banged Young Ant. And the dude is saying, basically like saying whatever, and saying and why they was tripping because of over the police or whatever the case may be. Hey, I don't know what he got going on, but you feel me? That's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing. And King Pill, like, yeah, this is my last time talking about it. Whoop-de-whoop. It's my last warning. Whoop-de-whoop. So to me, that's all content talk to me. I don't know if nobody really want to harm nobody. I don't know what these people was thinking in their head. I'm not King Pill. I'm not Young Ant. So I don't know what they thinking. All I'm saying is, to me, this is a bad form of content, just based on because two people was in a room and nothing happened, and now it's a bunch of back and forth going on. You feel me? That's why I'm saying that, and I'm gonna stand by that. You feel me? Because I wouldn't do that. I would have made sure that situation got handled right then and there. And like I just said, I'm not throwing no shade to nobody. This ain't no shade. I'm not throwing no shade. I'm just giving my opinion, and I'm literally saying why I'm doing that, because y'all see what's going on. It's a bunch of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth over nothing, when it could have all been resolved at no jumper if it was going to be this. Moving right along. People constantly keep saying, like, oh, Nunu, you bashing 4Xers, you bashing 4Xers. First of all, if y'all really pay attention, I don't bash nobody, bro. I don't bash 4Xers. I go run content on the stuff that's going on with 4Xers, and I go from there and give my honest opinion on how I feel. I don't bash dude. I don't have no reason to bash dude. In no way, shape, or form. I'm not into just getting on here bashing people. I'm going to run my content the way I run my content. I know how to run my content without just talking super bad on somebody. I know how to run it and get my key points across without just woofing on them. I don't have to do that to run my content, bro. If y'all haven't noticed, go watch my videos. I don't just bash nobody. And I for sure not finna be on here bashing no bloods. So people can say what they want. Some people that said something to me, like, for me, one of my homies just sent the little stuff with the dude. I think his name AFO Nino or something from Bounty Hunters. Somebody sent me that. One of the homies said something to me like, oh, King Pill this, you see the pictures where, hey, look, man, I ain't seen the pictures. I don't want to see them. I don't care what they got going on. But I'm not on here to bash no bloods. I'm not finna get on here to bash no bloods. People can say I'm biased. People can say whatever they want. But I'm not finna bash no bloods. Like, I'm not finna get on here to do that. People, whatever's going on in this little podcast and stuff, whatever other people got going on, they can do that. But G New is not finna do that. I didn't get on here to try to build a platform to myself to bash no bloods. And people can say, oh, you say this about the Crips. Hey, whatever y'all want to say or however y'all put it, that's on y'all. But I'm not on here to bash no bloods. So let's know that's not happening. You feel me? I'm not doing that. And I'm going to keep running my content the way I run it. I'm not bashing nobody. It ain't no disrespect to nobody. If they take it as disrespect, hey, man, you got to do what's best for you, man, at the end of the day. You feel me? I ain't going to tell you how to go about it if y'all feel another man disrespecting y'all. But I know at the end of the day, I'm going to do me because all I care about is money. On me. Money, that's all I care about, bro. I'm doing this because this is what I want to do, and I want to push my content the way I'm doing it. That's all it is, you feel me? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to tap in on today, you feel me? So, at the end of the day, like I always tell y'all, to all my gang members, y'all fly safe, stay dangerous. You feel me? To my hecklers, y'all keep heckling, man. But, you know, I'll be at y'all in the morning. You feel me? Y'all be safe out there, man.
You ain't got a pole? Kind of life you living? Since on every Curry skirt, nigga slide a chopper in. Nigga slide a chopper in.
I be gripping on my pole, that bitch gripping on my dick. I ain't dancing in no club, I'm too busy on my shit. Back to back, we do skits. I just fucked a hot bitch, had her screaming, we the shit. While she playing with her clip, been in corners in her shit. I just hope her homie slip. It's a 30 in this bitch, I'm gon' feed him the whole clip.